like a year.
Karina Embartzman-Clow is a stateless person living in the United States.
I was born in a country that doesn't exist anymore.
She's one of about 218,000 people in the United States who do not hold citizenship anywhere. Now, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, or DHS, says it's setting up new procedures to clarify what stateless means for immigration purposes.
They've taken a huge step forward and in terms of recognizing people like us in this country.
Embartzman-Clow was born in Odessa, Ukraine in 1988.
My parents had me as a mixed ethnic child. I'm half Armenian and half Ukrainian, and that was a problem. My dad was targeted for his ethnicity in Odessa, Ukraine. My mom suffered a miscarriage in my dad's city because she was beaten up in the streets.
Her family fled to Canada, then moved to the U.S. in 1996, where their asylum was denied. But by then, the Soviet Union had collapsed in 1991, and Ukraine had become an independent country.
We went to the Ukrainian embassy to get our passports and travel to return, and that's when they said, well, we don't recognize you as one of our own.
Stateless people in the U.S. don't have legal documents or identification to show who they are or where they come from. Although some, like Karina Embartzman-Clow, may have an invalid birth certificate.
The only thing at the time, I had to prove who I am was a birth certificate from a country that doesn't exist anymore. My Soviet birth certificate with a copy of a notarized translation. That's all I had.
Others have nothing, and because of it, they have difficulty getting a job or even a place to live.
So they're left in limbo, but physically inside the United States. And it makes no sense for us not to have a solution for this.
The DHS announcement promises to outline examples of information and evidence that can be used by citizenship and immigration officers to help stateless people get documentation, like a U.S. green card.
So you run into a big problem many times with stateless people where they just simply can't prove that they're eligible for a green card because they can't get the documents from their home country.
But stateless people also can't be deported because they don't have a country to return to. And there's no international law requiring people to have citizenship in any particular country. Some countries let you have citizenship if you're born there. Other countries simply don't.
The bottom line is it's very, very easy for people to end up without a country.
It's unclear if the new U.S. policy will allow some stateless people to get government-issue IDs or authorization to work legally in this country. Embartzman-Clow says she hopes the DHS guidance will finally help people in limbo like her. Alini Barros, VOA News, Washington.